do you think Phil's gonna come out and see his shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil!
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's
Groundhog Day!
Man, it feels weird to be holding this thing again. But I'm back. And I'm back. Alright. I know, it's been on everybody's mind. Where did Tristan go? Well, I've mostly been up in my room watching YouTube and doing pretty much nothing. It's been a keen one. I've also been going to work, got a new job. But otherwise, there was this one big thing that was looming over me, and that was, if I come back, I gotta make the perfect video. And that was a lot of putting it off. Because there was, me making the perfect video, and then it's just like, I need a channel video too, and I need this, and I need that. And then I watched a couple motivation things, and needless to say, I was putting the cart before the horse. But also it was other parts like, saying you're going to do the thing isn't the thing. That was one. But the one that kind of kicked it into gear a little more was the fact of there was one of the go-to guys you'll see on TikTok, and he was telling a story about how a teacher, he had two groups. And in one group, he had people making clay pots, and he wanted as many clay pots as they could possibly make. And in the other group, they were making one perfect clay pot. And so, had the same amount of time. When the day finally came, the ones that made one singular perfect clay pot had pots that were far worse than the group that made many. And so, that's kind of the deal of it all. Because when I started this way back when, don't get me wrong, I made a lot of clay pots, but I made a lot of clay pots for the wrong reason. I wasn't making clay pots to make clay pots. I was making clay pots trying to become something, trying to do X, Y, Z, and it kind of affected the reason why I made the clay pots. Like, it was both me trying to crank out as many clay pots as I could, while also trying to focus on making them be perfect. And I learned a lot, and I made some mistakes, and that's the thing. I did that, I made all those clay pots, and then I shifted trying to make the perfect clay pot, and that held me back. But I figured there's no point trying to do this half and half. Whereas if I can just make clay pots, enjoy making clay pots, and not have the upload schedule like I had before, maybe making clay pots wouldn't be so bad. Because that was that upload schedule I had before was pretty interesting and made for a lot of pretty bad clay pots, because I was just trying to crank stuff out. So that's kind of the big thing, is that this go around, I'm calling it season 2. And so season 2, I'm doing this just to enjoy making clay pots. I'm not doing this expecting anything from my clay pots. I'll still try to make it the best that I like it, but it's going to be my clay pots. It's not going to be somebody else's clay pots. And so that's going to come with some ups, some downs, and some learning curves still, because I have those moments with everything. But it's going to be my clay pots. And that was probably the biggest thing holding me back, was I was just putting the cart before the horse, and I was trying to be like, well, nobody's going to want to watch this, or I have to make it this and this and that. And so I held off. Like, I was planning to create another video at the beginning of January and do a kickoff with the new year. And then I tried to make that perfect pot, and then after a while I was just like, I can't do it. I put it away. Put all the clay, everything I needed to make that perfect pot, I put it all away. But now I'm just gonna make the clay pots with what I have. Not gonna worry about making things perfect all the time. I'll try to make them look nice, but no point worrying over the things that you can't control. Because either way, I can make something that looks like my perfect pot. Not gonna be something you may like per se. But that's just the way everything goes. But yeah, I figured I'd do it on February 2nd. A nice little day of rebirth with Groundhog's Day. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the clay pots of season 2. Now I do have to make a channel video still, and that clay pot's gonna be tried to put together a couple times more. But yeah, nothing fancy to say, nothing treacherous going on, but I got some news. You can take it how you want it, but season 2, since I'm making the clay pots, you're gonna get a lot more of genuine me. Take of that what you will. But keeping it short, sweet. Don't have anything to say, not going to try to make it a long video. But I will see you guys again. Don't forget, don't party too hard. I'll talk to you later. Adios, muchachos. Hi again, it's me. I'm sorry, I had to. I don't care where this goes in the video, I just had to do that, just for the meme. If you know it, you know it, but I had to. I'm sorry.